Warm greetings from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology, Department of Chemistry continuously presents a video lecture for Environmental Science and Engineering course. I am Dr. Ratika, Associate Professor, Department of Chemistry, deliver a video lecture for first and second units. So in this first unit, now we discuss about ecosystem and how the energy flow in an ecosystem takes place. So we know that the term ecosystem was defined by A.G. Tansley in 1935. According to him, ecosystem is one which is resulting from the interaction of all the living and non-living factors of any particular environment. That is, the interaction between life forms and their environment is the science of ecology. So eco means environmental. The study of ecosystem is called as ecology. It is a basic functional unit of ecology. Ecosystem is the basic functional unit of ecology. It includes all the living biotic factors and non-living, that is abiotic factors in an area. Ecosystem includes the regions such as forest, desert, grassland, freshwater body, etc. Okay, so we know that animals cannot synthesize their food. They depends upon plants directly or indirectly. Plants are capable of preparing their own food via photosynthesis process with the help of abiotic substance like water, carbon dioxide and sunlight, chlorophyll, etc. Okay, so each living components interact with non-living components for their basic requirements from different ecosystems. Therefore, ecosystem contains the biotic and environment component influencing each other for the maintenance of life. Already we discussed in the first video that the interaction of environment is nothing but the interaction of biotic and abiotic community. So one organism depends upon another one. Both are influencing one another. Let us consider an ecosystem which may be a small or large. A drop of pond water is an example of small ecosystem. That is a micro ecosystem. Ocean is an example of large ecosystems. Okay, so the earth itself is a vast ecosystem, biosphere. Biosphere has a various ecosystems like forest, desert, grassland, cropland, freshwater and marine, etc. Okay, so industrial ecosystem includes all man-made ecosystems like cities, croplands, which are called as artificial ecosystems. Okay, so ecosystem is nothing but a group of organisms interacting among themselves and with the environment is known as an ecosystem. In an ecosystem, a community of different species interact with one another and also with the non-living environment, which exchange energy and also matter. Okay, so the study of interactions among organisms or group of organisms with their environment is called as a ecology. The study of ecosystem is known as a ecology. Generally, ecosystems are classified into two types. One is natural ecosystem and another one is artificial ecosystems. Natural ecosystem is once again classified into two types. One is terrestrial and another one is aquatic. Terrestrial means it is related to land area. Aquatic means it is related to watery area. Then further, the aquatic ecosystem is classified into marine, freshwater and microbial ecosystems. Okay, let us see one by one. So in all kinds of ecosystems, one structure is there. Okay, the term structure refers to various components which combine to produce an ecosystem. The structure of an ecosystem explains the relationship between biotic and abiotic community. Okay, so already we know that biotic component means non-living components like climate, soil, water, air, energy, nutrients. These air, water, soil, sunlights are come under physical components. Similarly, the nutrients like micro and macronutrients, carbohydrates, lipids, proteins are come under chemical components. Okay, both the combination of physical and chemical components are known as abiotic components. Biotic components means the living organisms or living members in an ecosystem which is collectively form a community. It is collectively form one community means it is known as a biotic components or biotic community, like plants, animals or microorganisms. Okay, so these components can be further divided into three categories based on how do they get energy or how do they get their food. Okay, so biotic components are classified into three types. One is producer, consumer and decomposer. So producers are otherwise called as the autotrophs. They can able to produce their own food via photosynthesis process. In aquatic ecosystems, the most producers are phytoplankton and bacteria. The most producers utilize the sunlight energy for producing food. Okay, so we know that the photosynthesis process, photochemical reaction with the help of carbon dioxide, water and sunlight, the chlorophyll present in the plants producing chemical energy, that is food energy. Okay, so in this reaction the oxygen is a byproduct which is taken up by all the living community for our respiration process. Okay, so it is called as autotrophs. Then heterotrophs. Heterotrophs means consumers. They are the organisms which depends upon the producers, that is autotrophs, for their food energy, for their food need. They cannot produce their own food. There are several types of heterotrophs, that is primary consumer, secondary consumer and tertiary consumer. Primary consumers are otherwise called as the herbivores. So these structure already we have discussed in our lower classes. Okay, just we recall once again. Primary consumers are nothing but they are called as the herbivores. They directly depends upon plant for their food. They are called as plant eaters like insects, rat, goat, deer, cow, grasshoppers, etc. Secondary consumers means they are called as a primary carnivores which depends upon primary consumer for their food. They are otherwise known as meat eaters, frog, cat, snake and fox. Then tertiary consumer. Tertiary consumers are called as a secondary carnivores. They depends upon primary carnivores for their food need. They are also called as a meat eaters like tiger, lions. Then finally omnivores. Omnivores are nothing but they can able to eat both plants and animals. They can eat all type of food. They are known as the omnivores like crow, dog, etc. Then decomposers are called as saprotrophs. So these includes the microorganisms like bacteria, fungi which attack the dead bodies of producers and consumers and decompose them into a simple compounds. During the decomposition reaction, the inorganic nutrients are released. These inorganic substances together with other organic substances are utilized by the producers for the synthesis of their own food energy. Okay. So let us see the main functions of ecosystem. So the function of ecosystem also classified into three types: primary function, secondary function and tertiary function. Primary function means it is a manufacture of starch. It depends upon the producer. Secondary function means it depends upon consumer. Okay, all the secondary functions of ecosystem is distributing energy in the form of food to all the consumers. Tertiary function means it is depends upon the decomposers. All living systems die at a particular stage. The dead systems are decomposed to initiate the third function of ecosystems, namely cycling. Okay, the functioning of an ecosystem may be understood by studying the terms like energy, material flow, food chain, food web and food pyramids. In this next video we discuss about the energy flow in the ecosystems. Thank you for listening.